Thanks for joining me. Welcome. Everybody, welcome back. So, we're going to go ahead and jump right in. As you can tell by the title, how to print up to 51 inches using an Epson EcoTank or Sawgrass printer for sublimation. So, in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to print up to 41 inches using a converted Epson EcoTank for sublimation, any EcoTank, and up to 51 inches if you're using a Sawgrass printer. I'll be using Silhouette Studio, yes, the free version, and I've even included a free PNG download so you can follow along step by step. So if you guys have not already downloaded the Silhouette Studio software, what you can do is look in the description box below. There's going to be a free download link for the basic edition. I have business, so you're going to see that it looks different, but all the tools we are going to be using today are going to be in the basic edition. Okay, so what we're going to do is go ahead and jump right in. As of 7/22/2025, we are using Silhouette Studio 5. If you're looking at this further in the future, please just go ahead and find everything that we're using as far as the tabs, and then tweak it as necessary. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up the software and we're going to go and set up our page. Okay, so what you want to do from here is go to design. Okay, it's going to be up here in the top. You're going to click it and we have our design. Now, usually it doesn't come already sized like this. I'm going to show you how it would normally come so we can start from there with everyone. Okay, so it's going to come in and it is going to be a letter size, 8.5 by 11. So what you're going to want to do when it opens up like this, we're going to want to go to the right hand side. We're going to want to click on this paper, and it is the page setup panel. We're going to click on it and then we're going to come down. When we come down, we are going to change this from a portrait to landscape. The reason I'm changing it to landscape is because I will be making custom bows for my clients, and the design, when I lay the polyester ribbon out and press it, I need it to be lined up this particular way. Okay, so you do not have to print landscape. I'm printing this way for this particular design. Okay, so now what we also want to do is we want to come here to where it says custom height and custom width. Okay, so what we are going to do is the width needs to be changed to, let's say, 22 inches. Okay, we're going to print 22 inches long. Yes, you can print up to 41, but for this project, I'm just going to print 22. It's going to be the exact same steps. You would just change the number. So you would always change the number to whatever the length is that you are going to be printing, up to 41 inches if it's Epson, and up to 51 inches if it is the Sawgrass. So keep that in mind. You're still going to keep your height at the 8.5. Okay, so what we're going to do next, if you've already downloaded the free PNG, we're going to go ahead and open that up now. And the way that you're going to do that is as follows. We're going to go ahead and close this out because we no longer need it. The way that you bring a file in is you're going to go to File. You never want to open New, or you never want to go to Open. You want to merge, which means you're merging whatever you're bringing onto the current page, okay? And so I'm going to go here. I'm going to go ahead and click OK, and it is going to download for us. Now, what I want to do is fill up this whole page, okay? I'm not worried about it being seamless because it's a bow. It's going to have scrunches and everything else in there. I am just going to line it up the best I can. So right now we're going to hit duplicate. So you're going to have your mouse over it and you're going to right click, okay? And it's going to pop up. Now, for those who may not be aware of what right click is, you can still highlight it. You're going to go to Object up here at the top. You're going to click it. You are going to go to Replicate, and then you're going to duplicate to the right. and it'll do it just like that, okay? And so then we're going to go to duplicate, and it'll duplicate it like this if you decide to just use the right click. Because I like how it lines up right here, I am going to click it, and I'm going to go to object, and I am going to go to replicate, duplicate, right. It just does it for me. I don't have to worry about lining anything up. And we're going to do the same thing one more time to go ahead and just fill out everything. Okay, now for this, I am going to highlight everything that we just did. I am going to group it. So you're going to right click, you're going to come over here, you're going to say group, and then I'm going to go to object, and I am going to go to replicate, and I'm going to say duplicate below. Boom. I don't have to worry about lining anything up. And we're going to do that process one more time. We're going to duplicate, and we're going to do below. Boom. There we go. Now, what we're going to do is group everything together. So when you're in Silhouette, if you want to zoom out or zoom in on your screen, you're going to hit Control and the minus button, and it is going to zoom out. This allows you to be able to highlight everything, and then we're going to group. Okay, so now that we have everything grouped, we are going to need to go in and change the size, okay? Right now it is saying the width is 10.80. Well, we already know we can't print that because our printer is limited to 8.5. So we definitely need to correct that. How you're going to do that is you're going to make sure it's highlighted or clicked. We're going to come up here to this lock. We're going to open the lock. From there, we are going to go ahead where it says 10.800. We're going to highlight that, and we're going to change it to 8.50. Then you're going to hit enter. It'll change it for you. The next thing that we're going to do is come over here. Now, our paper is already set to 22 inches. I'm going to do 21. I like to have white space at the top and white space at the bottom. So we're going to hit enter. And then you don't have to worry about guessing on getting this center. Silhouette has a great feature. I call it this the little bullseye, but it is the center to page. You're going to hit it. It is going to center everything for you. So we have edge to edge, 8.5, and then we have it as 21 inches long, centered with a white trim at the top, white trim at the bottom, and the total print page is going to be 22. I just like to do it this way. If you want to fill the whole thing up and make it borderless or all the way to the edges, you are more than welcome to do that. So, believe it or not, guys, we are already done with downloading the software, opening up the software, resizing and adjusting the page size to the 8.5 by 22 or whatever size you're going to be needing within those 41 inches or 51 inches, depending on the printer that you're using. You've already downloaded the PNG, and we've brought it into the actual software. And believe it or not, guys, what we did was called editing. You literally edited it. You resized, you learned how to duplicate. You learned how to duplicate to the left or to the right, depending on what you need. We grouped it together. Then we duplicated it below so we wouldn't have to worry about lining anything up. And then we did it one more time. From there, we edited the size of it. We made it to where it is 8.5 as far as width, and then we did the length to 21 inches. You guys, you literally just edited in Silhouette Studio. It is that easy. From here, you have the option to go ahead and save it however you want to. You will come over to File, and you would go to Save As. You would go to Save to Hard Drive, and then you would pick wherever you want it to go. You can save it as the Silhouette Studio V3, which means that you would just click on it and it would automatically open up in your Silhouette software. If you want to save it as a PNG to use for other things, you would just save PNG. You would do SVG. Now, when you save as PNG, be aware that there's going to be a second screen that is going to pop up, and it is going to say dots, DPI, dots per inch. You want to slide that all the way over as far as you can, okay? And that is going to be the bottom option. You're going to slide it all the way over as far as you can. 300 DPI is the minimum, but if you can get it to go higher, you want it to go higher, that's just going to be better resolution for you and your printing, okay? So we're not going to get into that. That's just how you save a quick rundown. So what we're going to do from here is I am going to get on my phone and I'm going to take you over to the printers to show you exactly how you're going to set up your printer itself with the measurements so that you can go ahead and print from the printer. Okay, so I'll see you guys over at the printer. Okay, everybody, so we are now at the printer, and the printer that I have is an EcoTank, a 2760, and I'm going to show you how you are going to change the settings on here. So for example, I already have the paper in the back. We're going to lift it up, and when you set it down, it's going to say rear paper feed. What we want to do is change our settings, okay? All I did was just place some paper in the back, and it'll make this screen pop up. So we're going to go to change. We're going to hit OK. For our paper size, we are going to change that, okay? We're going to go to user defined, okay? And then we're going to hit the OK button. For the user defined, we're going to make sure we are in inches. And as you can see, this up and down arrow right here, that means length. You see, I have changed it to 22. You just move your up and down arrow. See, like that. Like that. So it's going to be 0 and then it's going to be 2, 2. Okay. Once you are done doing that, you're going to hit OK. And then it's going to ask you the width. So that arrow is going left to right, right here. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to enter 8.50. So you're going to have to go 0, 0, 8.50. You're then going to hit OK. On here, for me personally, when I am printing, I just use the setting for plain paper and I hit OK. So now it is saying that, hey, do you want to go ahead and do this? Go ahead and hit the OK button and we will go ahead and update it to the user-defined plain paper setting for your next print. You're going to hit OK. And that is how you do it for the Epson EcoTanks. Now we're going to go ahead and jump over to the Sawgrass 500. So as you can see, Sawgrass 500. And for this one, let me see if I can get it. We're going to hit OK. It is going to bring up our main screen. We are going to go to menu. Okay. And then from here, we are going to go to system setting. We are going to go to paper tray settings. And for mine, you have to have a printer bypass, okay? You have to have the printer bypass tray in order to do this. So for example, let me show you what that bypass tray looks like. It is going to be this attachment right here, which attaches to the back of the printer, which allows it to feed in, okay? And I have my printer stacked on top of each other. So you have to have the bypass tray. I will leave a link below where you can obtain one. They usually have refurbished ones as low as $99. And if you want a brand new one, I believe it's $230. So we're going to go ahead and say, the tray, we're going to go to bypass. We're going to hit OK. We're going to go to custom size. We're going to hit OK. And the same thing, you're going to do 8.50, and you need to make sure it's over like this, 8.50. You're going to then hit OK. For the length, this is 51 inches. But because today we are going to be printing 22 inches, I am going to change that. Okay, it is programmed, okay? So now that we are good and done, Okay, paper bypass tray. We're going to hit OK, and we're going to choose the plain paper setting. Okay, so now we are done on both machines, setting everything up. Now, what we're going to do is get ready to print. Now, what we are getting ready to do is cut down our sublimation paper. So this right here is the sublimation roll feed paper that I have. Okay, it is 8.5, so you don't have to worry about that. And then it's going to be however long you decide to actually order it. And what I will do is leave a link in the description so that you guys can go ahead and obtain that and get that shipped out to you. So now what we're going to do is cut this down to actual size. Now, I already keep about 10 sheets already cut down to at least 23 inches long, because that's usually around the size that most of my projects are, including my sublimation socks, as well as my hair bows and a few other things. So I'm going to set this aside, and then we are just going to act as if I never had it already cut out. So what you're going to do is, if you have a cutting mat, you're going to use a cutting mat. This one only goes to 17 inches, and I'm going to show you how I achieve getting the correct inches. If you don't have a cutting mat, all you need is a ruler. It is measuring tape. It is going to be your best friend, measuring tape. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to take our roll, and we are going to go ahead and just measure out 22 inches. Okay, we're going to start right here at the top. We're going to place it right here. And then we are just going to unroll. I actually have like this little thing that I made to where I can just pull it out, but it wouldn't be on camera. So, okay, 22 inches is right here. So what I like to do is go ahead and say, okay, if this is the 22 inches, I bring down my cutting mat. Again, lining it up. Got the cutting mat right here. That's 22. Just in case I don't make a perfectly straight cut, I tend to go to 22.5, okay, just to be safe. So I'm going to line everything up on my cutting mat to make sure it's all good. And then right here, I'm going to take my ruler. Hold on, let me bring you guys down. Okay. And let's bring you down some more. Oh, sorry, you guys. Boom. Okay, there we go. I think that's good enough. Okay, so that's 22.5. I'm going to set my ruler right there on the 22.5. I'm going to remove my ruler. I'm going to get out my knife. And I'll have all these tools that I'm using listed in the description box below. Okay, line up everything on the edge, and then we are just going to cut. Simple as that, you guys. Okay. Now, I keep my rolls inside of the plastic because I don't want any dust or debris or anything getting on it, or any smears, because as you know with sublimation, that will transfer on or stain up your work. Okay. And then with the rolls that I already have, I'm going to bring you guys back up. Not rolls, the sheets. With the sheets I already have cut, what I tend to do line everything up and then just roll it back up. And then I place it inside. So that's it. Okay. And now we have our roll, you guys. So now we're going to take this roll and we're going to load it into our printer. now that we have everything the way we need it, we are going to highlight our image and we are going to mirror it because remember, this is sublimation. So we're going to go to object. Once you highlight it, you're going to go to mirror and then you're going to flip it. Okay. And it's going to flip it for you. And then what we're going to do next is we are going to print. Now you can either print from here or you can go up to file and click on that. And then you are going to hit print. From there, it is going to ask us to choose our printer. Okay, so you're just going to you're just going to select print. Oh, I don't know why I can't talk. So for example, if we were printing off of our EcoTank, so remember I did the settings for the EcoTank 2760. So what you would do is select it. You would go to preferences. You would select user defined and then you would press OK. Now, what you want to do before you do any of that is you want to select user defined. You want to come down and hit it. You want to double check. Even though it said user defined, you still want to go into it to make sure that those measurements match what we put on the actual printer itself. So we have 8.50 and we have our 22 inches. You will change this as far as the height to whatever inches you are using. Just make sure they are both matching on the computer when you get ready to print as well as your printer because it will give you an error. You're going to hit OK, and then you are going to come down to where it says quality. You're going to hit high, okay? You want high quality. I choose plain paper. You will hit OK. Then you will hit apply. You have to hit apply because you are making those changes and now you need them to apply. And then you would hit print. So because I am going to be using my Sawgrass, I am going to go in. And what I do is I print from my Sawgrass utility and I am going to hit preference. And then I am going to go to paper quality. Oh, hold on 1 second, cancel. Okay, you guys, I am so sorry. I made a mistake. I am not printing from Sawgrass Uprint. I actually plug my Sawgrass up with a USB connect because if you use Sawgrass, you do know that it does take a while for everything to process and go over. It's just quicker if you use the USB cord. So I'm printing from my Sawgrass. I'm going to go to Sawgrass SG500. Okay, and then we are going to go to preference. We are going to make sure that we have the quality at high. We are going to make sure that we have the custom paper setting. Okay, and as you can see right here, I have some defaults. So I want to go to custom paper size. Right here, it is telling me 8.5 by 11. That's not what we're trying to do. We're going to select custom paper size. And then from here, what we are going to do is go over to detailed settings. We are going to make sure the custom paper size is selected. We are going to come to where it says custom paper size. This is where I am going to enter the 8.50 by 22. Okay, and we are going to hit OK. I'm going to come here and click this to off because I don't want to make any changes. I want it to print exactly what I'm asking it to print, which is, oh no, which is the custom paper size. And then I'm going to come over here to make sure it is the 8.5 by 22. We are going to say OK. We are going to come back here and we are going to say OK. And so now we have that set up. So I just want to go back into my preferences really quick just to make sure that everything is matching up. We have high quality, we have the custom paper size, and then it says print on custom paper size. We also have it on plain, and then you have to come over here to where it says input tray. Remember, we picked bypass tray. So we have to hit bypass tray, so that way it knows that it should be printing from the bypass tray and not the tray at the bottom that holds the regular standard paper sheets. So from here, we are going to press OK. Once we press OK, we are going to hit apply. And once we hit apply, it is then going to go ahead and start printing. So I am going to pause it really quick so I can set up the camera so it can start processing the printing, because that is what's going to happen next. And I'm going to shoot that from my phone. So one moment. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and start, and I am going to hit print so it can go ahead and get sent over to the printer. And this is the part where it's going to take a little bit of time for it to go from Sawgrass, I'm sorry, from Silhouette to my Sawgrass printer. Now, if you are printing with your Epson EcoTank, it should just start up automatically and it'll go ahead and go over there and start printing. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here and go over to the camera so you guys can go ahead and see it printing out. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. So let's go ahead and get it printing. But what we're going to do is allow this just to print out in real time. So while we wait for this to print out, this is the part where I say thank you guys so much for tuning in. And if you are not already subscribed, please hit that subscription and go ahead and be a part of the family. Also, remember to hit that notification bell. You will be notified every time I upload a video. And you guys, we have so much more in store. We have so much more in store for sublimation. We have so much more in store for embroidery. We have reviews from ASUB and different people who have reached out to want to collab with me. And we are also going to introduce sewing as well. So you guys, I am super, super stoked and super, super excited about everything that is yet to come here at Fairy Tale Dreams Boutique. And again, I just thank you guys so much for being so supportive. I know I have been gone. It has been a year. You guys, I had back surgery and a whole bunch of other things, which kind of caused me to have to put my YouTube channel and the things that I love to do to the back burner. But in between that time, your girl fell in love with Amazon and just shopping and everything else. And I got all this new equipment. I have a Roland BN20. So you guys, when I tell you I am going to go extra hard and churning out everything for you guys so that we can learn together and just be a team and a family here, I am so excited and I am so stoked. Now, also, if you guys want to show your appreciation outside of subscribing and hitting that notification bell, you can share this, and you can also just buy me a coffee or a tea. So, oh, or a slushie, because I have Sonic. I'm in Texas. I don't know if y'all have a Sonic, but it's to die for. It's only $4.50 or whatever is put on your heart. I will leave my Zelle, Cash App, and everything else in the description as well. But you guys already know it's not necessary. I just do it for the love. And what I'm going to actually do also is in another video, show you guys how I make these custom bows, because this is also a really big money maker when someone wants something customized to go with their t-shirts or their socks or their leggings. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So as we don't have anything else really to say, you guys. I think I've ran out of everything to say. So we are almost towards the end of this video. We are printing out this 22-inch sublimation sheet, and there it goes. So you guys, here it is. Okay, all 22 inches of it. So I'm going to take you guys back over to the table so we can see this completely laid out, measure it, and you guys, you have just printed 22 inches with your small format sublimation printer. Okay, everybody, here is the finished result. we have achieved printing 22 inches on our small format printer for sublimation that has been converted. And keep in mind that you can print up to 41 inches if you have any EcoTank, and you can print up to 51 inches if you have the bypass tray for your Sawgrass. So the PNG that we use is available on my website free of charge, you guys. And we also have a link for the Silhouette Studio software basic edition. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And I look forward to doing more videos with you guys in the future. I hope this helped. If you've been struggling with long prints for your sublimation products like socks, scarves, or stoles, now you know how to make it happen with your Epson or Sawgrass printer. Drop any questions in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more sublimation how-to. See you guys next time. Bye!